Warning: federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 USC 107. Peachy Tea Tyme.
Let's talk about real life issues, love and relationships. Let's have a good time with the missus, yeah, celebrities. Let's talk about caring events. Let's talk about things you don't see.
Peachy Tea Tyme.
Let's talk about real life issues, love and relationships. Let's have a good time with the missus, yeah, celebrities. Let's talk about caring events. Let's talk about things you don't see on regular TV. So join in on Peachy Tea Tyme. Peachy Tea Tyme. Tune in on Peachy Tea Tyme. Peachy Tea Tyme. Join us on Peachy Tea Tyme. Peachy Tea Tyme. Join us on Peachy Tea Tyme. Peachy Tea Tyme. Yeah.
In order for y'all to do what God is calling y'all to do, to take y'all platform to where it's a plateau and it can go to levels that you never seen, they'll best believe it's gonna come with devils.
Every time I speak, I want to shiver. I don't want them to be like they know what I'm going to say because it's polite. But I know if I keep talking about how dirty it is out here, somebody going to...
Hey, let me bring myself back slow. Hey, y'all, what's up? What's good in your city, baby? Everything good on my block. I'm gonna need y'all to stay away. Baby. It's your girl, the missus with the kisses. Mwah. Or you could call me Miss Peachy. Baby, because that's what everybody call me anyway. So that's cool. I need somebody in my family to go get my lip gloss. Y'all know my lips be popping. So I need somebody to go get my lip gloss. I know they hear me. I know somebody hear me. Okay. So it's in my bedroom, on my dresser, on the corner by the door. Go get my lip gloss, please, somebody. Okay, I hear a door. I hear somebody say yes. Go get my now. Anyway, before my Mama Peach, baby, she be on it. Do you hear me? She would go in the chat and be like, "Put your lip gloss on, girl." I'm like, "Okay, Mama. Okay." So, but y'all, thank y'all so much for joining. I really, really appreciate y'all for being here tonight, baby. Y'all is in the building for the Latasha, baby, they in the building for you tonight, baby. When I tell you, I'm looking at the numbers right now. I ain't even hit share yet because my husband got my phone right now. He looking for some flights. He going out of town, y'all. Boo! But when I tell y'all, your family is in here tonight, your family and friends, thank y'all so much for joining. I think someone's bringing my lip. Girl, that's not that. My other lip gloss.
Where? Where is it?
It's on my dresser.
Oh.
On the dresser. As soon as you walk in the door.
Okay.
Sorry, y'all. We live. Baby, we live each and every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. So you don't know what you're going to get, okay? Usually, I see myself on the screen first before I go live. I go in my bathroom, look in the mirror, get ready, and all that stuff. But then, here she is with the lip gloss. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. You got to put your whole hand in the camera. They be trying to get on. She be trying to get on camera, y'all. She be trying to get on camera. See? Go to bed. Go to bed. But y'all, we are here to celebrate, baby. Celebrate the life, baby, of Zakar Brown. Okay. Now, I done told y'all because I went live. I went live earlier this morning. I try to go live every day. But this morning I went live and I told y'all that this tribute video gonna be a whole nother level. Okay? A whole nother level. So I'm gonna need y'all to really pay attention to the words, all that. To the pillow talkers out there. That's all I'm saying. Wait till the tribute video time. Then I'm gonna have even more to say. Okay. But anyways, y'all, so we are about to get started with the show. But first, y'all know I gotta bring up my girl, the counselor lady. Lord, my God. Oh, there she go. There she go. Latasha brought everybody. Latasha brought everybody. She said, my support team is strong, baby. So I had to look. When I say look, I had to look, baby, for my counselor lady. But I see her down there. Let me bring her up. Miss Charlotte.
She's here. She's here. Hey.
She's here, baby. She's here.
With a hat on and everything.
Girl, and you still look fly. And you still look fly as always, baby. Because one thing about me, one thing for sure, two things for certain, baby. When I put that hat on, something serious. But you look absolutely beautiful with your hat on, girl, as always. But thank you for coming with us tonight, as you do every single week.
Missed you all. Have missed you all. It's been some good sleep, but I've missed you all.
I know. It's been a while. We've been trying to get back on track and everything. I got so much going on, y'all. So much going on with Peachy Tea Tyme. Yes, and they're all good things. All good things. So we've been kind of a little hiatus, they say. You know. Then my mama got sick. Mama Peach got sick. And I was like, what's going on? No. I had to go drive back and forth.
We're back.
We are back. Yes, and we are back with a brand new family, y'all. Latasha Hernton. She has brought her peoples, her folks, her family, her day ones, all that. And she is going to tell her son's story. All right? So, first, y'all know how we do things over here on Peachy Tea Tyme. We bring them up one by one. Now, they don't know who coming first. Look, I see Shaquilla down there like, hold on, let me get together. Let me get together. I might be number one, baby. I might be nothing. Get together. Explicit language, and also allegedly just as well. Now, first, we are going to bring up. Let me see who somebody just beeped in. Okay, I see you, girl. I see you. So we are going to bring up first. I'm going to bring up Javante. That's who coming up first, y'all. So let's welcome to Peachy Tea Tyme. And I told y'all she done brought everybody like she's supposed to do. Damn it, like she's supposed to do. You know? Some people come up with just them. And I respect it. I really do. But when you got a village with you, baby, it speaks volumes. So let's go ahead. We're going to bring up Javante first. There he is. Let's get your hand clap.
Hey. You hear me?
What's up? Oh, yeah, we can hear you just fine. What's up, Javante? What to do?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking.
Oh, thank you. You're so welcome. You are so welcome. Now, like I told you ahead of time, you know, they already know this one because I don't write down questions and all that. I let the Lord lead us. Okay? That's what I do. So the first question that I would like to ask each and every person is your relation to Zakar and also your fondest memory.
Yeah, so Zakar's my first cousin. You know, we're about a year apart. And you know, we always pretty close. You know, I would consider my, cousins. We kind of like brothers. We, got a lot of fun memories together. But a moment in particular I would like to share is when we started working together at a summer job. A family friend got us a job working at a school in the summertime, and that was a situation where we got to spend probably more time together than we probably ever did. Every day, catching the train downtown to work, there and back. Just having conversations. It was kind of like a routine. You know, walking all the way from basically like Lake all the way to Polk Street. Once we got downtown. But I got kind of a funny story about that situation. At the school, it was this girl. Me and this girl started talking. And that kind of got me, like anticipating going to work every day. You young.
Look at that smile. Look at that smile.
And this guy Javon, he like a family friend, kind of like an uncle to us. He kind of pull us to the side, like, hey, y'all ain't gotta come in as early as everybody else. Y'all could just come in late, and I'll still take care of y'all. But me being young, I'm like, man, look, I'm trying to see this girl, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll still come in early. Don't even worry about it. As a car, we talk. He like, man, you tweaking, man. I'm finna. He like, man, we only gotta go in 3 hours. I'm like, man, look, I'm trying to see Shorty. Like, I'm trying to see her, man. Like, that being my cousin, like, the relationship we had. He like, man, you know what? I ain't even tripping. Like, we gone. I'm gonna ride with you, and we gonna go. We just gonna do the whole day. Forget it, and just roll it out with me. Yeah, that's the memory I like to share with people. Just what I'm saying, that's family being with you all the way. Even if it's they don't agree, like it wasn't that much of an inconvenience for me. Just like, hey,
Exactly.
Yeah, well with you. So yeah, that's something that I remember.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now that's a good memory. That's a good memory. So, young lady, if you are watching and you think it's you, just be like, okay, that's me talking about me, girl. On Peachy Tea, that's me.
Yeah.
All right, so we are about to bring up the next person. I want to bring up Santera, and I'm bringing up Santera because I hope I said her name right, because I really like that name. If I was able to have some more kids, I would name her Santera, but I ain't having no more. So here you go, Santera.
Hi.
Hey, pretty girl, you so beautiful. Look at you.
Thank you.
You are so welcome. So, girl, now it is your time. Now we in the shot, okay? We went to the shot tonight. I forgot to mention that. We done went to the shot tonight. We in Chicago. I can't wait to come to Chicago. I slid on through when I came to Chicago. I just slid on through. Need to come there for the airport and got my car, rental car, and I took off and I was gone. But I do want to come to Chicago and do an event down there because I have an event that I travel with. So I really want to come there. We've had other families from Chicago that came on just as well. And I just want to slide through and meet all y'all, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, Santera, tell us your fondest memory of Zakar and your relation.
Zakar is my first cousin. I'm the firstborn girl, so me and Zakar got close really early on. Really close. That was my favorite cousin. My finest stories of Zakar was like a confidant of mine. I came to him with everything, whatever I want to talk about. He always was a listening ear. He always gave me some advice. But my finest memory, he was one of my protectors. It was somebody driving up the street. He seen somebody getting out the car trying to talk to me. And he was older. I was younger. He just started hollering, like calling my name, Santera. And I came to him. Like, yeah, that was one of my finest memories of him.
Okay. So it sounds like y'all had a really close bond with each other. Yeah. All right. Well, we are about to bring up the next person. The next person that we're going to bring up is Shaquilla. Here we go, girl. It's your time. It's your time. It's your time.
Hello,
Hello.
everyone. Hello, and
How are
thank you for giving us this opportunity to talk about Zakar.
Thank you. You are
I'm
so welcome.
Shaquila, and Zakar is my nephew. What do I remember about Zakar? One thing I can say that Zakar was definitely a charm. He was one of the nephews who my parents could always depend on for anything help that they needed. But one thing that stands out to me is Zakar. He loved to dress. He loved to look good. You know, he was already handsome, tall, slender, and Zakar had this one particular jacket with the skirt around the collar. And one day I'm like, Zakar, nephew, you look good. He said, I know. He was like, I'm to pop that collar and and walk down the street looking fresh. But yeah, he was always, he always liked to dress, and he was always a charm. He was always mild mannered. I never remember him being upset or trying to be combative or anything like that. But he was always the nephew who was very, very, very respectable. And he would always say, when you would tell him to do something or ask him something, he would say, "What you mean?" So I just think about that. What you mean? So yeah, he's truly, truly missed. And yeah.
Aww. Now we always got that one cousin, that one brother, that one nephew, or even that one sister, that one cousin that's a female. It's always one in that family that's gonna stay shy no matter what. I mean, no matter where they walk out the door to, they gonna be flat. Yeah. And I can tell that Zakar was like that because of the pictures that Latasha sent me. Like he was flat on all the pictures, all of them. So let's go ahead and bring up the next family member, Gary. You next, Gary. Gary, like, hold on. What you say? Call my name. Here's Gary.
Yeah, hello, everyone. I'm Gary. I'm the uncle. I'm the oldest of everyone. And I have no fondest memories of Zakar because all my memories are fondest of Zakar because he was such an excellent nephew. And like Shaquilla said, he was so cool and smooth, which he get from me. So
He get it from you,
yeah, I watched him grow up from a little boy in his little Easter suits with him and Javante and all of them. So yeah, I cherished all my nephews and all of them, but Zakar was one of the great ones, and we all miss him. Yeah, he was a smooth guy, and like I said, I don't have one particular fun because all my memories of him is great, and we miss him so much.
And I'm telling y'all, we gonna get into this story tonight, okay? We're gonna definitely get into it. But next we're gonna bring up Latasha. Here she is. Here she goes. Oh, hold on. I told you we live. There she go. Hey, Latasha, how are you?
Yay!
Well, thank you for having us on.
Oh, you are so welcome. Thank you for trusting me, you all. Thank you for trusting me with Zakar's story. So I really appreciate that. Now, Latasha, let us know your fondest memory and your relation.
Okay. Well, I am his aunt. I am Tasha's. I'm right under. Well, I'm over Tasha actually. So it's 6 girls and 1 boy. And as Gary just pointed out, oldest. Then it's Quila, and then it's me. So the year Tasha has a car, I gave birth to my second son, which was Kendall, and so they became best friends from just little bitty babies until they got older. And Zakar, I think, became everyone's best friend. Tasha lived next door to my mom, and so they used to always come to my house. So when they were younger, my house was a house that the kids hung out at. And Tasha kids, Tasha was quiet. So her kids were so quiet
So, you know, you never knew. I'd be like, dang, you know, what y'all doing? But when I say they would stay up all night until the next morning, but he was so quiet that, you know, I just had to get up and go see what they were doing. They were just playing the game and just having fun and enjoying life. So he was definitely, I think, the glue between the boy cousins. Because at one point, like my mom and dad, they gave birth to 6 girls back to back after my brother. So they want, you know, so then when the sisters started having kids, we just gave birth to all boys. So I
Oh
think the
wow.
car was definitely that glue for all the boy cousins. Everybody hung out with him. He was just the cool cousin that everybody loved. And that was the cool house. Then once they got older, everybody went to Tasha's house, you know, Zakar house, and hung out with him. Because he was cool, calm, collected. And sometimes, you know, when he would be a little upset, even when he would, you know, be upset, his little whimper was like, "What you talking about?" I'd be like, "Is that's you being upset?" And so I used to laugh at Tasha and be like, "Girl, Zakar is so funny how he whines when he's upset. That's even still quiet." So, and I have so many fond memories of him, and you know, and we definitely miss him dearly. Definitely love.
All right, Auntie. All right, Auntie. Well, next we are going to bring up Tamika. Girl, you next, Tamika. You ready, girl? Are you ready? All right, she said, I'm ready. Here we go. Here's Tamika.
Hey, Tallulah.
Yes.
Hey.
Hey. How are you, Tamika? Oh, Tamika, we can't hear you. Can you hit the mute button?
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can definitely hear you now.
Okay. Hi, everybody.
Hey.
And like that, I'm going to piggyback on everybody else. Thanks for having us.
You're so welcome. So welcome. Now, Tamika, tell us your relation and also
I am the auntie of the car.
Okay.
And well, I mean, what I can say is, you know, as a family, you know, we all are so close. And I remember, you know, going over to the car's mom's house every weekend. You know, it was always, you know, everybody was, you know, just spending time with each other. You know, we all were so close. And he was really close to my son. And I remember they used to always bother me. You know, they called me the crazy auntie. And, you know, joke around with me and, you know, and just play with me like, you know, something there or something happened or something in my hair, you know, or something like that. And I just, you know, just a lot of memories. I can't say really in particular, but just every weekend, you know, us being so much of a close family, just spending that quality time with, you know, with not only my immediate family, but my nephews. And yeah, he was one of the ones that was always so jovial and playful and, you know, there when you need him as far as, you know, conversation, you know, when it comes to, you know, spending, you know, just being around, you know, my nephews. Yeah, he's one of the ones that always stuck out. And I definitely miss him.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Now, next, y'all, because I told y'all she brought everybody. She brought everybody. Now, Deloitte May is still having some problems coming up and being shown. So, Deloitte, if you're watching, just keep trying, and I would definitely bring you up. Okay? I would definitely bring you up. Just keep trying. All right, y'all. That brings us to last guest. Besides Deloitte, if she come in. The mama. Latasha Hernton, y'all, is here. If it wasn't for her, we wouldn't even be here right now. Cause she the mama. She brought Zakar into this world. Okay? So when I tell you thank you so much, Latasha, for trusting me with your son's story. Thank you. Now, Deloitte, I see you that you just popped up, but your camera's not on. So when you turn your camera on, I will definitely bring you up. Oh, there she fell back down. I told y'all we live. You live. All right, y'all. Latasha, I'm finna bring you up, girl. Latasha, I told my husband, I said, dang, she looked familiar on that picture that she sent me that's on the fly. I'm like, I don't know where I know her from, but she looks so familiar to me. But baby girl, I'm finna pull you up. It is your time. Say whatever your heart tells you to say. If you want to laugh, you can laugh. If you want to cry, you can cry. This is what this platform is for our community. All right? So I'm finna go ahead and bring you up. Miss Latasha.
Yeah.
Hey, Latasha. How are you? Hold on. Let me try to, I'm trying to get it all together. The little screen. Hold on. Okay, there it go. Latasha. How are you?
I'm good. I am great today.
Okay, I'm trying to bring you up here. Hold on. Okay, hold on, y'all. Okay, that's not working. That's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Hold on. Just let me get it together right quick. Okay, there we is. We just gonna leave it right here for the night. We just gonna leave it right here for the night. Latasha, how are you?
How are you?
I am wonderful. Latasha, are you using your phone or the laptop?
My phone.
Okay, pull the phone closer to y'all.
Okay.
Yeah, just bring it a little bit closer to y'all. And that's for everybody. Y'all, well, we heard everybody already, so y'all sound very, very good. The farther away your phone is, it breaks up a little bit during the show. So, all right, Latasha, girl. So, baby, tell us who you got with you. Tell us that.
I have my daughter, my oldest daughter, Tasha. Hi, everyone. Hi, Peachy. Nice to meet you.
Hey, beautiful. How are you?
And I have my husband, Gerald.
Hey, husband Gerald, how you doing? He's in peace. What's up? Well, thank y'all. Yes, thank y'all so much for joining tonight. I really appreciate it. Latasha, I can't say enough. Thank you for trusting me with your baby story. I really appreciate that. But let's start with your daughter. Well, we know your relation already. So tell us your fondest memory of your brother while I put my lip gloss on.
Okay, so yeah, Zakar was my brother. Honestly, I have like a million memories of us, so I don't want to keep y'all too long, but over a couple of them, I just scared sleeping in my.
You're gonna have to bring the phone up some more. Okay.
Is this better?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, I've been a little girl and being scared of sleeping in my room, and then after my mom go to bed, I would sneak off and go into my brother's room, and we'll stay up, watch TV all night. And this is a school night, so we ain't supposed to be up, but we'll be up watching TV. And we'll be watching Doris Lopez or any show that came on that kept us up and kept us busy. We going to sleep, and I'll fall asleep in his room, and my mama come there like, didn't I tell you to go in your room, sleep in your room? So I do it every night. I usually have to remind myself like, ooh, let me go back in my room all night.
Now,
I already have a lot of memories that I kind of now like not take for granted, but like the memories that I cherish a lot more was just like watching TV, spending time with my brother, like just doing stuff that has no price to it. That I feel like those are the memories. I spent a lot of time with him. A lot of memories that we spent a lot of time building a bond where we talk, joke. And one more memory, I don't want to keep y'all time, but I got one more.
Take your time.
My mom would send us to the store just to go get some things, and we'll walk to the store. And if you know my brother is tall and his legs is long, and he go by the name of Sling, and I'll be walking with him, and like one step for him is like 2 to 3 steps for me. So I'll be walking with him, he'll be walking so fast, and I'm like, oh my God, this feel like a workout. I'm trying to keep up with him. I'm taking like steps, and he only took like 10. So it felt like I was running to keep up with him because he's so tall and long. I remember the memory so much because every time I walk in with somebody and I'm just walking around, they be like, "Oh my God, slow down, you walking so fast." And it reminds me, like, yeah, that's how my brother trained me. I had to walk fast to keep up with him. So now I think about that every time I'm walking with somebody.
Wow. Now, how old were you when the tragedy occurred?
I had officers. I remember this because it's like I felt bad for going away for college because I weren't able to spend like most of my moments with him because I had just went away for school.
And we didn't get your age. How old were you?
I was 18.
18. Okay. She was 18, y'all. Okay. So what I'm gonna have to do y'all hear the static?
It's some feedback. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so what we're gonna do, y'all, for this show, if we are not talking, we're gonna hit the mute button.
Did we lose Peachy?
Okay. And usually we don't have to do that at all. So I think it's Latasha's. Y'all hit the mute button on y'all end and see if it's y'all. Nope, it's not y'all. Hold on, let me see. Do y'all hear it? Let me see.
I do hear. Tamika's yours
I
muted.
hear it.
Okay, it's Latrusha's.
Yeah, it's been muted.
Yep, Latrusha is you. So that's who it is. So I'm finna, y'all unmute yourselves. Everybody can unmute yourself. Latrusha, I think that was the noise that we was hearing. Yeah. It's Latrusha. So Latrusha, when you want to talk, just go ahead and unmute yourself. And then we'll definitely let you go ahead and speak at that time, okay? So, all right, we got everybody up here. Charlotte, is there anything you want to say right now before we get started with the show? We can't hear you. You're on mute.
I didn't see them down at the bottom because it's hidden from me. It's a lot of people in here tonight.
Girl, ain't it?
A beautiful family. It is good to see all of you all together. And I don't know what people be talking about when they say black folks don't stick together. Here we are, baby.
Girl, let me give you a hand clap for that one. Yes, counselor lady. Yes, counselor lady. All right. So, y'all, we are about to go ahead and get started with the show. For people that has been watching Peachy Tea Tyme for a very long time, you do know that we play news broadcasting clips during the show. Even with the families on here, they may see their own self on the news broadcasting clips. But we still play them. Now, unfortunately, with this family and other families just as well that has been on Peachy Tea Tyme, there was no news broadcasting clips on this story. Should it have been? Hell yeah. Explicit language and also allegedly. Y'all know I gotta say it. But yes, it definitely should have been some news broadcasting clips on this story. But unfortunately, it wasn't. So we are going to talk this show out. At the end of the show, towards the end of the show, we will play the tribute video. So please make sure y'all stick around for that. But we will talk this story out. And we're going to talk to everybody on here tonight. We're going to talk to everybody. So let's start with Latasha. She's the mama. Let's start with Latasha. Latasha, tell us a little bit about Zakar growing up. From little boy on up.
From a little boy, Zakar was shy, quiet. I guess he got it from me, his mom, because I was shy and quiet too. But he liked to play with his wrestling toys. He loved wrestling. Oh my God, he loved wrestling. And he was just an all around good kid, and as I started having kids, he was I had him alone for 4 years, just me and him, my little road dog, just me and him. And as I started having other kids, when I had Tasha, he became the big brother. He was, helping out. Then I had the other two, he was the big brother. He always helped out, he was just all around good, he was just there for us. But whenever I asked him to do something, he would do it. Didn't have a problem with anything. With doing anything. So he was just a good kid, very respectful.
Okay. Now, you said that it was just you and him, so that lets us know that he was the oldest.
Yes.
And how old were you when you had him?
I was 19.
You was 19, okay. So, did he grow up with you, Latasha, as like your little brother, your friend, or it was definitely a mother-son situation?
A mother, son, and his father was in his life as well. And his father side of the family, his grandma Jean, she really loved her Zakar. She helped me and my mom as well, helped us.
All right, shout out to Grandma Jean.
Yes.
And shout out to Dad. That ain't too often in our community.
Yeah.
And that's something that I definitely would love for us to change in our community just as well. I tell each and every person that watches my show, or my friends or my family, I let them know that it's such a good thing and a blessing, for myself, that my kids is brought up in a 2-parent household. I've been married for 19 years, and before my kids came into this world, I was with my husband. So I really, really, really would love to see our community change and welcome, the marriage and the 2-parent household. I want to make sure I say that. I really do. So, Latasha, how was he in high school? How was Zakar in high school? Like, you didn't have no problems out of him, or he was just your typical teenager?
He was a typical teenager. He started feeling himself a little bit when he turned 14. He was on a basketball team. He started feeling himself, but at the end of the day, he was still a good kid. He was still my respect.
Exactly. Now, Shaquila, that was your nephew.
Yeah, that was my nephew. And I do remember him coming over to my house quite a bit too, because Javante is my son. So he would come over to my house too as well, and they would play the game, be up all night with the other kids. Just like Latasha said, and like I said before, he was just such a good kid. He was very respectable. And I just don't have anything bad to say about him.
Exactly.
Nothing negative.
And that's a good thing. That's a good thing, because that's what, how we want all of our kids to grow up, to where, or even adults, to where when it's time for the Lord to call them home, whichever way they go out, we all want to be able to say good things about them, So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started with what occurred on that day. So, Latasha, does Zakar live with you?
Yes, he lived with me.
He was living with you at the time?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And how old was Zakar?
He was 22.
He was 22 years old. All right. Now, before we actually tell exactly what happened, I want to read something. That Latasha sent to me. I think this is the best time to get started. Okay, Latasha, I already know what I'm finna read. She already know. She already know. So, Latasha sent this to me today. And Latasha said, Miss Peachy, look, I had a dream. And she had told me this when we initially talked. But Latasha said, I had a dream right before my son was murdered. And over here on Peachy Tea Tyme, y'all know we don't sugarcoat nothing. We call it what it is. He was murdered. So this is what Latasha sent me. And this is a text message that she sent to her sisters. It said, hey, y'all. I had a really bad dream last night. Seemed so real. Dreamed there was a shootout at my house. On my porch, and both Zakar and Lil Earl was shot, and they died at the hospital. I woke up crying real tears. They don't be on my porch anymore. But now they stand on the curb in front of mama and daddy house or my house. I'm going to tell them both not to be there for a while. My dream has me a little shaken. And then Faye said, wow. And then Faye came back again and said, I pray it's just a dream. And then Barita said, yeah, tell them to stay inside and out and inside and not out because and not out back. Can't trust nobody these days. And Latasha, you said this was the day before or the night before?
This was right. This was the night before. This was Sunday night. I went to work that next Monday morning.
Okay. So let's pick up from there. Let's start from there. You had this dream, and then the next day you went to work. And let's start from when you went to work.
So
what happened?
When I went to work, it was just, and after that dream, because when I woke up from that dream, it's like I had real tears coming from my eyes. And so when I went to work, the day just seemed so dreary to me. And I called my daughter. She was away at school, and I told her about the dream. And then that's when I let my sisters and them know about the dream as well. And they was like, let him know to come inside. Don't be outside like that. And so the day was it just seemed so wrong. It just didn't seem like a good day. So I worked my day, and when I got home, I pulled up, and he was outside with his friends, and I called them. I'm like, Zakar, and his cousin Lil Earl was with him, and I was like, y'all come here. And so I called him, and I told him about the dream. I'm like, Zakar, I told him the dream, everything that happened in the dream, and I'm looking up at him. He's so tall, and he looking at me like with a smirk on his face, like, Mom, like really. And I'm like, Zakar, it just seems so real. I'm like, please just come in the house. And he was like, okay, I got it. He was like, I'll be in there. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, cool. And so I turn around, I go in my house, and I had stopped at my mama's house and got a piece of pie. And when I get to the top of my stairs, that's when I heard like boom, 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 so much gunfire. And I remember running back down my steps, looking out my door, looking out my window and my door, and my two younger kids was in, and they just ran to the door and started crying. And I'm looking at them like, y'all stay back, don't come out. And so I open up the door because I didn't see anybody outside, and I see my nephew on my mama's porch because we stayed right next door to each other. I see him on her porch. He's getting up off the ground. He was ducking, and I'm screaming like, "Where's the car? Where's the car?" I'm like, "Where's the car?" And so I run off my porch, and I see a lot of people running from my gangway, his friends running from the back, and I still don't see my son. And so I'm running down the street. We're walking down the street, and I'm looking. I'm just asking everybody, "Where is the car?" I'm seeing everybody but my son. So I'm just like, "Where is the car? Where's the car?" Then by this time, my mama, she's walking with me, and we're together walking, and then we finally see the car walking up the street, and I see him limping, and so he's walking, and so I walk up towards him, and then it's like he falls across the street at my neighbor's gangway, and one of our family friends, he runs to him, because I honestly didn't know what to do. I know everybody always said if something happened to somebody, don't touch them. You might mess them up even more. So I'm standing right there, and he runs, and he like just covering him up because it was a lot of blood. And so I'm like, everybody like hollering out, call the ambulance. And so me and my mama, we just standing right there. It's like we like crying, like calling for Zakar, like we telling Zakar that it's gonna be all right. And it's like I locked eyes with my son. I looked at him, and I'm like, I love you, Zakar. And he closed his eyes, and then the ambulance came, and they put him in an ambulance, and I was like, can I go? And they was like, no. It was like, no, you can't ride with him. I'm sorry. So I called my husband, My husband came and got me. When we went, they took him to Cook County, so we went to Cook County. The entire everybody who's on this thread was there. Everybody went to Cook County. We was all in Cook County ICU, emergency room, and so they finally let me go back to see my son. And the picture that I sent you was how is what I saw. And so when I came out the room, when I was in there, the one of the doctors was like, "Yo, my son had coded on his way from the in the ambulance, and when he got there, he said he took my son's heart out his chest and had it in his hand and pumped it himself. They was really trying to save my son's life. My son was in Cook County for 3 weeks. For 3 weeks, he fought a long, good fight. My son was strong. He was really strong, but he had got shot in his femoral artery and he bled out really, and he didn't make it.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Now there's 2 people that's on here with us tonight that I did not get the chance to ask for their fondest memory, and that's Delois, May, and the relation. It went out again.
Well, I just think I am.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Delois? If you can hear me, Delois, you can go ahead and continue to talk. We can't see you, but we can hear you. It's messing up, y'all. But Latasha, you have your husband with you.
Yes.
As well. Sorry, hubby. I didn't see you, so that's why I messed up. I'm sorry. So, hubby, can you tell us your fondest memory? I do want to make sure everyone get the chance to give their fondest memory.
His 21st birthday party in our backyard on the Latrobe. And he was being funny. Like he always do, be funny. And he said something all this in the alley. So he said, pertaining to being funny. I said, man, you ain't that funny. He like, okay. Everybody said he was real slick and he was real nice with the word talk.
Mm-hmm.
That's my memory of him.
Okay. Now, Gary.
Yeah.
When you got the word on what happened and what was going on, take us back there.
Oh man, it was devastating. I was just leaving work, and as soon as I found out, I left work, and we all arrived at the hospital in the emergency room, and we was there day by day. And then with Latasha trying to give us support, because he's one of everybody's favorites. It was really heartbreaking, and then when I finally went back there and seen him like that, it really tore me apart, because we was all trying to pull for Zakar, maybe he had a chance, but it was really hard on our family.
Shaquila, have y'all family been through anything like this before?
Yes. Well, 2 years before that, my bonus son was murdered as well. So my husband actually was sitting here, but he actually left because he couldn't. Yeah. So we have been through some trauma within our family, and then for that to happen, that happened 2016, and then for that to happen 2 years later for Zakar, it was very devastating. And I remember that day all too well. I was at work, and I left, immediately, and it was like every Every doctor, every nurse, every assistant in that hospital did everything that they could do to try to make sure that we had Zakar. It was devastating, and they really tried. They had hope, prayer. I mean, pastors, everybody, and they did everything they could. They even amputated his leg, to try to save him, but it was just he just lost so much blood. So it was a lot, and my bonus son who passed away, they were best friends, they were so close. So he was over at the house every day as well, so, and his name was Terrell. So yeah, it was a lot.
Like it's a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot on our family to have to deal with those losses.
Javante,
Yes.
you said that y'all was like a year apart.
Yeah.
So take us back to how you found out what was going on.
I was actually getting ready. I had just made it. I had just made it to the house, and I was getting ready to actually head over there. I was probably, about 30, 40 minutes from being over there. And, I had got a message. We had a group chat, with like, all our friends from the neighborhood. And, that's when they informed us, like, that, he got shot, and, it wasn't looking too good. So, that's when I believe I called my mom and my grandmother just to, confirm everything, see what was going on. And, that's when they had told me that what had happened. And then, I believe I went straight to the hospital. And, I had been in that situation before, of course, with my brother, that my mom was just, referencing, so, it was something that I kind of felt before. Like I said, we was all close. So, definitely like, it felt like a big part of my, big part of me was missing that when he wasn't here no more, all the memories and stuff. But, I like to just think about the good memories we had. I got a bunch of pictures and videos, and, memories with them. And, I like to stay optimistic and know, like, that, we'll see each other again, one day. That's what kind of keep me, like make the situation a little better. So, yeah.
Wow. Wow.
We definitely have a lot of memories. The memories I can say,
it's just Javante saying,
yeah,
I'm gonna see him again.
Right.
And I know I'm gonna see him again. That got to sink in. You know what I'm saying? Because usually you hear old people saying it, which is so true though. So Javante, thank you. Thank you for thinking like that, because I know this was hard.
Yeah. That's the way
that when them your partners.
Yeah, that's the way that I deal with, with grieving. Just, I try not to think about like bad stuff. I like to think about the good times and, all the good memories. And, I go look at pictures and videos, and, I just know, one day, we all got a time where we not gonna be here no more, and we all gonna meet each other again. Whatever that may be. So that's kind of how I like to think about these things, these sorts of situations.
Exactly. Shaquila, how did you talk to him about this? Javante, I'm talking about. You lost a bonus son and a nephew, and he was close to both of them.
You know what? It's just we have such a close and loving family, and it's just keeping them close, just having a conversation and just making sure that mentally that their mental was okay, because something like that hits your family, that tragedy, you could lose it. You could really lose it. So I just kept them close, just try my best as a mom
you
to
able to send me
just
the link so I can log in on my phone?
as a mom to just, just talk to them, just have that conversation and just, you know, if it's quiet, for any of them, if they're quiet, I just approach them, and we always tell each other we love each other. If not every day, every other day, we're always in contact with each other. And I just say life is just so short. You just never know what could happen, and like my whole entire family, we're all so close. And a lot of times, when things happen, it brings you closer together. So
Exactly.
as far as my kids, yeah, we're close, and I just talk to them, just tell them how much I love them.
Well,
Just tell them
just
every day.
y'all coming on here tonight shows us that y'all are a tight knit family. It
Yeah, we are.
definitely shows tonight. Latrusha, I'm finna unmute you, Latrusha, and Latrusha, I want you to tell us, when you found out what happened.
Let me turn my volume down.
Okay.
I found out. I think so. When Tasha had came home, I was getting ready to head home because I was supposed to go out to dinner with one of my best friends, and so I was on the highway. But when I got the news, when I had just left my mom's block by Tasha's house, I had to turn around. I did a U-turn, and I headed, right to the hospital. But I just was still thinking, very in a very optimistic way. I wasn't thinking it was going to be what it was. I was just thinking, oh, he got shot. Okay, he's going to be okay. But let me just get to the hospital so I can be with my family. Yeah, so I definitely wasn't expecting it to be what it was, and to hear that the doctor had to, manually restart his heart with his hand, and it was just that seemed like I was living in a horrible movie that I just didn't want my family to star in.
Exactly. Now, Latasha, is this still an open case? Did they capture the killers? What's going on with the case now? And not only that, I want you to let us know what the hell Chicago police has been doing with your case, if anything.
It's a cold case. I mean, they really didn't get any. They came to the hospital, asked me questions. They asked everybody questions who was out there, but they basically said that the cameras that was on the block couldn't see anything. So I don't honestly understand what the cameras are good for. But they said they tried to catch the car with the cameras, but it was no luck. They couldn't see it. It was blurry. And the police officers, the detectives basically said that they wasn't getting any cooperation with anybody really. So basically it was at a standstill, and nothing has been done. They haven't caught anybody, haven't been going to court for anything. So that's basically it.
So with you all being such a big family, I just wanted to ask, no word on the street, nobody's had any information, no, the gossip, the latest, whatever's going on the block, nobody said anything?
Anybody can answer that. Can y'all hear? Hold on, let me that's Latricia. Okay. Go ahead, Charlotte. Ask that question again.
So I was just wondering, because you all are a big family, and I know that everybody knows you all, and so I'm just in neighborhoods. Period. People talk. What happened? Who they thought? What took place? No one has said anything to give at least the policeman any kind of clues about anything, or you all to be able to take to the policeman.
You hear rumblings about things, but nothing definite. Like she said, people are limited with information. So you know, it's not really much to go off of. You know, only thing you can do is hope that, you know, you get a lead or, you know, hear something from someone, you know, throughout the neighborhood. So, but as of right now, no.
And then we have to remember, y'all, that we is talking about Chicago. And I'm just being honest. You know, Chicago, Memphis, Houston, you know, to me, all of that is up in the same category. Like, these people don't play. And hold on, y'all. It's a lot going on. Hold on. Okay. So let me take her to Miss Deloise down. All right. So is there anybody out there that y'all even have suspected? And of course, I don't want no names or nothing like that. But has there been any suspects out there that y'all think that this could possibly, you know, that this could possibly be the people that done did this? Or y'all just really don't know nothing at all?
And was it just a drive-by, or was he targeted?
Like the actual.
Is anyone? Was there anybody in the crowd able to say, or any witnesses?
I believe it was a drive-by. I'm told that there was a vehicle that was on the next block from my mom, and they just drove up and just started shooting. So I'm not sure if he was a target, because there were several young men standing out there, him along with his friends and cousin. So I don't know who they were trying to target, but I know that someone was the target, or some persons, you know, people were target. So I'm really not sure, or I personally don't know who could have done it.
Okay. Latasha, can you hear me, Latasha?
Yes.
Okay. Was there, because you said you was walking into the house when you heard the gunshots?
No, I was in the house, headed upstairs to my room.
Oh, you was headed upstairs to your room when you heard the gunshots and everything.
Yes.
Have anybody mentioned anything to you of who could have possibly done this? Have the police officers said anything? Have they been helping or anything with this situation, with this tragedy?
I mean, I've heard rumors. I mean, my neighbor at the time across the street, their camera caught a white car. They said was sitting across the street at the school, and when one of the guys walked up, that's when they drove up and started shooting. So we suspected that they were trying to get him and not my son.
Okay. Whew. Y'all, this is a lot. This is a lot to take in. This is a lot for the family just as well. Auntie Tamika, we haven't heard from you. Auntie Tamika, so what's your take on this? Do you have any intuitions, or I think this may have possibly happened? What's your take on everything?
Well, I mean, I just about feel the same way as everybody else. You know, it's a lot of speculation and not enough confirmation. You know, so I just wish things were different. You know, we did have more information on what happened, but you know, we just don't.
Exactly. Now, at the end of the day, we know we can't give up. This did happen, Latasha, in 2018.
Yes.
Okay, 2018, April 23rd, correct?
Yes.
April 23rd. So I've seen people 10 plus years go past and they receive justice. So I just want you all to remember to keep the faith. Anything can happen. keep fighting. Keep fighting, keep fighting, keep fighting. Because at the end of the day, somebody committed a crime, somebody did something wrong, and it has affected two families. Two families. Zakar's dad family and Zakar's mom family.
Yeah.
And it has affected his friends. Your daughter, and did he have kids?
Yes. He at the time his oldest daughter was 4, and he had a girlfriend at the time, and she had just told him that she was pregnant. So he never even got a chance to meet his second daughter.
Latasha, we are about to go into a commercial break, and when we come back, we are going to play the tribute video. Okay? We're going to play the tribute video. But before we play the tribute video, I want to ask you a question before we play the tribute video, okay? So let's go ahead and get into the commercial break. Because we are almost towards the end of the show, y'all. We are almost towards the end of the show. So let's go ahead, get into this commercial break. Here we go.
Remembering a life, honoring a legacy. When words fall short, let Miss Peachy help you tell the story. Miss Peachy will create a custom heartfelt memorial tribute video that celebrate your loved one's life in a way that truly reflects their spirit and the love you shared. With thoughtful care, Miss Peachy will craft each video from the heart, preserving precious memories in a lasting tribute. Tailored packages to suit your needs. Fast 24 to 48-hour delivery. Genuine, compassionate service. Let Miss Peachy help honor your loved one legacy with a keepsake that will be cherished forever. Contact Miss Peachy by email or by phone for a tribute video made from the heart.
All right, Latasha. And then Latasha's screen just went black. Or is it just me? Did her screen go black to y'all too? Okay. So it's not just me. I'm thankful it's just not me. So Shaquila, we're gonna go to you then until Latasha comes back up. Shaquila, you said this has happened twice in your family.
Yes.
I am a firm believer that I feel like, because I've been doing Peachy Tea Tyme for 5 years. We've had over 100 families on the show. I'm a firm believer that we've been here in the United States. We pay our taxes faithfully. Do what we supposed to do. We ain't no criminals. None of that. But when a situation comes to where a mom loses their child, I feel like they should know every single reason that it happened, how it happened, and the killer should be locked up. That's truly how I feel. But a family like yours at this time that did not get all those answers, let us know how y'all feel at this time.
I mean, it's very disheartening. It hurts because a lot of times it made me feel like, I mean, it's Chicago. It makes me feel like it depends on whose son it is. You know, if it was somebody else from a famous family or somebody who is well known, maybe they would have worked harder to try to find out who did it. You know, but a lot of times our young Black men out here,
Our urban kids will get the justice. That's for sure.
just don't get the justice that they deserve. Don't get the help. Don't get the resources. Just go unnoticed, and it's so unfortunate.
Gary, can you piggyback on that? And not just for our urban men and boys, but for our women and young ladies just as well.
Yeah.
There's so many missing black girls out there. It's so
Keep losing
many.
sound.
Yes, it's so many black women out there
Mm-hmm.
that has even been murdered by a boyfriend or a
Mm-hmm.
husband, and we don't hear nothing about it.
Right.
Nothing at all. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I had a guest that came on to Peachy Tea Tyme, and the family had never been on any platforms at all, ever.
Mm-hmm.
And this was my very first year, I believe. It was in my first year, my second year. Well, as of this week, the mom called me and said that the story is on A&E.
Oh wow.
Yes, on A&E. And she sent me, I'm trying to keep my emotions together, but she sent me a trailer of these people that on A&E that it has covered the story. And it looks absolutely amazing. The way it looked, everything. And the first thing that came to my mind, I don't know, Gary, if this was the first thing that should have came to my mind. Tamika, I don't know if I should even thought like this, but the first thing that came to my mind was why I don't have the means. Why I don't have the means. Because if I did have the means, there's so many families in our community, us as black folks, that would be featured on my platform.
Yeah.
It would be able to reach so many people. And I want to be very cautious when I say stuff like this because, you don't know when it's going to come. Everything is on God's timing. Everything. But so many of our stories need to be out there. I don't care if it's the police that killed us. I don't care if it's black on black crime that killed us. I don't care if it's domestic violence. We still need to have our stories shared. And I truly believe that if we are able to have more of our stories shared, celebrity gossip, all that shit, whoever doing all that stuff, pick up some crime too. Pick up some crime too. Because maybe we can get these bastards up off the streets when they see that we ain't playing with them. Because I don't know about y'all, but I'm 46 years old. Next month, I'll be 47 years old. Damn it, I want to be happy when I walk out my house. I just told my husband tonight, and I lied to y'all not. I went outside, and I hurried back in. And I said, I think I just seen somebody walking down the street with an AK. I ain't going crazy. Gary, I ain't going crazy. I know what I saw. And it was dark outside, but I still know what I saw. You know what I'm saying? And I don't live in the hood. You know what I'm saying? But I don't live in that area either.
Yeah, you ain't gotta live in the hood. It's everywhere.
It's everywhere. It's everywhere.
Even the white kids carrying AK. No matter where you at, you just have to be careful.
You gotta be careful. You have to. When Latasha is able to come back up, let me see. Oh, there she go. Latasha, I see you, girl.
Okay, we having technical difficulties over here.
Y'all got check. Y'all give her that Boost Mobile. No, I'm just.
It's okay, girl. I'm gonna pull you back up each and every time. I'm gonna pull you back up. I promise you I will. Okay. I know you heard. Was you able to hear the things that we was talking about? Or you was trying to get back up?
Yeah, we was trying to get back on.
Okay. Basically, what we were talking about is the crime that's going on in our community, and how we wish that we was able to put more of our stories out there, into the community. I know you didn't think it was gonna come on your doorstep.
No, I did not.
I did not think my dream was going to come to reality. I did not.
Exactly. I'm gonna ask you a question.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna ask you a question, and this is just a general question before we get
Okay.
into the tribute video. When all this occurred, when the tragedy, however y'all want to call it, the murder, when it all occurred, how was it, or how is it that you was able to still continue to keep your faith in God? Look, Gary. Gary, like, whoo! Now that right
Hey,
there, that
it's
question
hard.
right there.
It's hard because we were raised in the church. So for that to happen to us, you second guess sometimes. You believe in God, but you ask God why. Why did it happen to my child? Why did it have to happen now? He was changing his life around, had a job, like he was expecting his other baby. So, why? And like Tasha had that dream, and she never thought her dream would be a reality. And it's hard, and sometimes it really make you think about your faith.
Yeah.
Yes. Latasha, did you get any counseling, or any of you guys in the family?
Yeah,
Did
I
y'all go to
did.
any
I mean,
counseling?
me and my kids, we did grief
I think
counseling.
Tasha did.
Yeah, I did grief counseling. Me and my kids and my mom.
Is she trying to talk?
Yeah,
We hear her.
We can hear her.
You can hear me? Okay.
Yes.
And I also saw a therapist for like 6 months because I was out of work for like I think 5 months. Couldn't go back to work, so I saw a therapist.
I can't hear.
And I will say that really
in.
helped. That really helped me.
Yeah,
So-
Gary, go ahead and log out and come back up.
Okay.
Here you go. We can hear you. We can hear you fine.
Okay. Tasha must have blew on the phone and messed it up. I
But can you hear me, Gary?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I hear you fine. I'm gonna go out and come back in.
Okay, make sure you come right back in because we about to play that tribute video.
Okay.
All
Miss
right.
Tasha, how are you keeping your son's name alive? What do you all do even as a family? Is there a memorial? Are there things? Are there ways or different avenues, even in the community, that kind of reach out that you can, go and have conversations with, and just trying to keep it from happening to someone else?
Yes, I started a Facebook group called "I Lost My Child to Gun Violence." And every year around his birthday, I'll have like a block club, put a guns down event in honor of him, and every parent who has lost a child due to gun violence. This past last year, me and my family, we all went to Miami, something that he wanted to do to celebrate his 30th birthday. So every year I do something in his name.
Yes.
Amen. Amen. That's great.
Yes. Latasha, I asked them hard questions, baby. I asked them hard questions because you're not the only person that lost a child. So it's somebody out there that you can help tonight. So I asked these questions, the hard ones. Do you ever get to the point? Because this happened in 2018. Do you ever get to the point, or do these thoughts come through your head like, okay, maybe I should stop celebrating, or maybe I should keep going celebrating? Like, for those mothers out there that's really trying to figure it out, because there's some cruel people out there. It's very cruel people out there that feel like, okay, they've been dealing with this for so long. Why they ain't moved on with their life, stuff like that. I'm one of them people. Grief has no time limit.
It does not. It does not. And honestly, I wish no parent to be in my shoes. I mean, because honestly, it's a day-to-day struggle. 1 minute you fine, and then the next minute you can have a breakdown. I'm going to forever mourn my son, and I'm going to always celebrate him.
Yes, exactly. And I encourage that, and I try to tell all my families that when they come on. I encourage that to everybody. It's something about celebrating your loved one it helps. It really helps. Don't let nobody make you feel like, okay, time is up. No, you keep trying, you keep fighting, no matter what. Now, Deloise, can you hear us, Deloise?
Yes, I can.
Girl,
She's there.
I know the show
Girl, hold
pops
on.
up when she pop up.
Don't touch nothing.
I had to get my family.
Pop up queen. Last one.
Mama, don't touch a thing.
No,
Miss Deloise, I'm finna give you another hand clap, baby. There you
Thank
go.
you. When my daughter
Deloise.
Peachy came on, mine just started going off and just kept on going off.
But you here now.
Look, now, let me tell you, Miss Deloise, I can see everything that's going on with everybody down at the bottom of the screen. So I can tell that Miss Deloise looked a little different. Because at first, all I saw was just her face. But baby, when I saw her whole outfit, I said, oh, Lord Jesus, she ready. She ready. So, hold on, Gary, it was you. It was you, Gary. I just mute you, Gary. Miss Dolores, you are the grandma, right?
Oh, yeah, I am the grandmother. And you
Miss
know what?
Dolores, you done started all of this. You done started this whole community that's on here tonight, baby.
And it's beautiful.
It's
beautiful. It is
absolutely beautiful.
Blessings to you for this other family that you have created.
Thank
it's not
you.
very often that you get to see all these brothers and sisters and cousins and everybody else just sticking together. And it's wonderful to hear how wonderful of a family you all are.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I wanted to say something about Zakar because I didn't get a chance to. But, my daughter, she used to live right next door to me. And Zakar was very helpful to us. My husband would, we would get him to do things. He never complained. He never said anything. He would always help us. And what I remember mostly about Zakar, Zakar came over here, I believe it was that morning before. And you know how these young people wear their pants down, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Zakar had his pants down. I said, Zakar, you might well just go and pull them off. And he just started laughing. We just started laughing, and he went on out the door. But he was a good grandson, though. He always helped us, was there for us. And I tell you, that was really something. When that happened, me and Tasha, we were standing up hugging right there together, watching him. And we seen the blood run down on the ground. And that was one of the worst days of my life, to see that, and to see that happen to him. That was really something. When people do things like that, they don't realize, they hurting the whole family, causing pain and sorrow for the whole family, and that was really hurtful. I believe we went to that hospital for about 15 days. 15 days. The doctors gave us hope, and then there was no hope. That was really something. That was really a tragedy and a bad experience for us. And I know I think about it a lot. We'll never forget that. Never. Exactly. That was really something.
Exactly.
And I know my daughter Tasha, she be going, through a lot, that be on her mind, and my heart go out to her and her daughters, because it's hurt. It really hurt. Sometimes, I be doing something or looking in a drawer. I'll run up on his, up on his picture, and tears will come in my eyes.
Amen.
It just was really something how that happened.
Now, Ms. Deloise, I want to bring back what you just said.
Mm-hmm.
You could be doing anything.
Yeah.
And it comes in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
And then before you know it, you get teary-eyed.
Uh-huh. You're right.
I was literally driving down the street today, coming home, and I thought about my friend who's like a sister to me, who lost 2 kids to gun violence.
My Lord.
And I just started getting teary-eyed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And literally, the first thing that came to my mind was, dang, this is what she even go through. Even worse.
Yes.
Like, you could be doing anything, any given moment, and boom, it just comes to you.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Latasha, that's what you go through?
Yes, all the time. All the time. That's why I just say, I tell everybody, it's all about taking it one day at a time.
That's
one
right.
Day at a time.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Just like Tasha put something up about Zakar, and Lord have mercy. And I was strolling on Facebook, and I seen that tears came in my eyes. Then I started to call her and say, Tasha, why you do that to me?
Aww. So why you do that to me? Why you do that to me? Yes, and he was so handsome, such a handsome son. Hubby, I see you back there. We see you back there, hubby. Now, losing a son, hubby. Tell us, if you can, tell us some of the things that you're dealing with emotionally and in your head, because coming on Peachy Tea Tyme, a lot of families end up contacting me. They be like, girl, I didn't even know that my cousin was feeling that way. Girl, I didn't even know that my mama felt that way. Oh my gosh. So hubby, losing a son, to all the men that's out there that lost a son, let us know, what's been going on in your head. Can you bring the phone up to him?
First of all, stepfather.
Yeah, come up a little bit further. Okay.
You can hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
I said, first of all, I'm Zakar's stepfather, and I've been in Tasha's life for a very long time. Mm-hmm. And everything that be going on in my head, because I call myself being not a street person, but in the streets. Mm-hmm. So I listen to everything that go around me, to be alive and to be aware, or to be aware to be alive. So, and I'm always his youngest baby that's my baby. That's my baby. That's my little bitty. He wasn't here to see her, so whatever she do, she can't do no wrong to me. So I have to keep him all the way up here. All the way up here. For her. And the other one. For Cariel and Zakariel.
Yeah. So I know this was definitely hard for you to be strong for the entire family. You know what I'm saying? You got to be strong for everybody.
Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely have to be strong for Latasha.
Exactly. Look, Latasha like, yeah, you right.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We are about to go into this tribute video. We are at the end of the show. We're about to get into the tribute video. When we come back after this tribute video, we are going to just talk about briefly a little bit more things. As far as Latasha, is there anything that you want to get off your chest? Things that you want to clear up? Sometimes you can't get to everybody out there that's saying things. You know what I'm saying? So now is that time, because you don't know who's watching. when you posted that flyer, when I posted the flyer, when your family and friends posted the flyer. You don't know who watching tonight. So there might be some things that you want to say, that you want to get off your chest. Now would be the time. Okay? So right now, it's the tribute time. And I'm finna pull everybody down. You will be able to see everything that's going on. Okay? You'll be able to see and hear everything that's going on, but I'm bringing everyone down except for me and Charlotte. Charlotte, girl. It's that time. It's that time. But when I tell y'all, so I create the tribute videos, okay? So when I tell y'all, I be so excited when it's time for the tribute video. Because in my mind, I be like, okay, we're gonna get your ass. We're gonna get you. Kill, we're gonna get you. Because you done talked.
Doing your part. This is your part.
This is my favorite. This is one of the best parts of the night for me.
Okay.
Especially when it's an open case. Now, she said her case is a cold case, but you just never know what's gonna happen, baby.
Let me go back to
open these cases in a minute.
You said that, if you had the finances, and I'm sure your platform would be even bigger, but you're doing your part, and that is the beginning. A&E probably wouldn't have even picked up them other people if they hadn't have gotten started with you. So again, it's our small little parts play a part in the bigger pictures of everything. So it's never not for nothing. It is always for something.
Exactly. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Charlotte. I really do. But these tribute videos, they're very emotional. They're always emotional. And I make it like that because somebody be pillow talking. Ain't nobody done did not one crime and didn't tell nobody. It's just in your blood. You gotta say, even mine, in my blood too. I gotta
or the
somebody.
People with you, because we don't know how to do stuff on our own. We gonna do it with somebody else, and they gonna tell.
Exactly. Like, you always got a dummy with you. If they gonna be a follower, they the dummy. Sorry. Let somebody come to me and say, hey, Miss Peachy, let's go kill somebody. I don't say to hell with you. Let's go call 911 on your ass and see your ass get walked to jail in the prison. And everybody look at me as a goddamn hero. Sorry, Miss Dolores. I don't know if you cuss or not, but sometimes, Peachy Tea Tyme is explicit language. You gotta say these cuss words sometimes. Okay? Because sometimes that's the only thing that people understand.
Well, the thing is that, and I was hoping, but it seems like it's an uptick even in Atlanta. We celebrate all the wrong things. We celebrate, these young kids celebrate, hurting somebody. And a lot of times, as Ms. Dolores said, they hurting the entire family. It isn't just one person that that you're taking away. And then the other part is half of these people don't even have families. They don't know what that feels like because no one loves them or has poured into them. And so you have left these families who have poured everything into their children. And, it becomes a tragedy because that's something that they have to live with for the rest of their lives.
Exactly. You are 100% right. Well, y'all, if this y'all first time watching Peachy Tea Tyme, what's up, Chicago? I see y'all. Let me go ahead and take this down because it says coming up next. Well, baby, we next. It's gonna come up now. I want each and every one of y'all to listen to the words in this song. I need each and every one of y'all to look at this picture, the pictures rather, and I want each and every one of y'all to think of Latasha and Latasha's family. And if the killer is out there watching right now, Charlotte, let me bring you down while I say this. To hell with you. To hell with you. Yeah, that's what I want you to know right now. To hell with you. And matter of fact, I hope you pillow talk to somebody. And I hope that pillow talking person that you talk to, I hope they watching. Because guess what? They gonna feel so bad. They might even shed a couple tears. Yeah, and hopefully they'll go and do what's right and tell the police. Now, if you ain't got no car, it's okay. Catch an Uber. Catch an Uber. Ask one of your homegirls or one of your homeboys to take you. I'm sure they will be more than glad to take you. Okay? So that's what I want you to do. Please, 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 please. Now is the time to say, Lord, I surrender. I got to go say something. All right? So here we go. Let's get to this tribute video. Again, I can't say it enough. This tribute video was approved. Latasha, I told y'all gonna say it, girl. I told y'all gonna say it, girl. This tribute video has been approved by Latasha and her sister too. Because we talked to the sister too. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me pull myself down. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me get this together. There we go. Okay. Let's start it back over. Here we go.
You can hear me? Okay, Zakar. I love you. You fighting, you doing good. We need you to pull through. Okay, baby. Your mama here. Everybody here pulling for you. We waiting on you to get much better, Zakar. Okay, baby.
We had our memories. We had our time together. It's hard that I can't see you now. See you face to face. But I know you in the sky looking down. But it's still hard to tell. That you're not here physically. Yeah, it gets emotional sometimes. Yeah, it gets hard because you're not here and you're gone away. Up in the sky somewhere. I hope we meet again. I hope I see my love again. Yeah, it gets so difficult to know you're not here. And oftentimes I cry to sleep in tears. But I hope I'll be up there one day. One day. To see your face again. I know you're in a better place. I know you're at peace up there. Where there's no fears, there's no tears. But I can't lie, I miss you down here. I pray to God that you was in my life. I can't lie that I feel alone because you're not here. Yeah, it gets emotional sometimes. Yeah, it gets hard because you're not here and you're gone away. Up in the sky somewhere. I hope we meet again. I hope I see my love again. Yeah, it gets so difficult to know you're not here. And oftentimes I cry to sleep in tears. But I hope I'll be up there one day. One day. To see your face again. I know you up there. Up there. I miss you down here. I wish I had one more chance to see your face
All right, y'all. We are back. We are back. We are back. Everyone can unmute yourselves right now. Okay. That was a difficult one. Latasha, we're gonna go to you.
Yeah.
I unmuted her. How you feeling right now? I know that was a tough one.
Yeah. I'm okay. It was a beautiful tribute.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Shaquilla.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. How you feeling right now?
You know, I'm always the strong one, you know.
I could tell.
You know, that was very beautiful, by the way. You did a wonderful job. But I just want to be honest and just be transparent. I mean, I just got angry, you know. It just makes me upset, you know, it make you relive those moments, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard. It's really hard. Yeah.
Javante, that was your
Yes.
boy. You
Yeah.
know, that wasn't just a random friend. It was your people's. It was your boy. How did that video make you feel?
You know, it's tough to watch, you know, but you know, it made me, you know, feel, you know, like I say, looking forward to, you know, life moving forward and seeing them again, you know. Just like I say, thinking about the times we did have, you know, just start to just think about that, you know.
Yeah. Uncle Gary,
Yeah.
you been there. You been
Yeah.
there.
I've
Do
been
it
there.
seem surreal?
No, it don't. It's hard to watch that video because it's all the memories we shared and all the good times, and he's not here, so you know it's hard. Yeah, it was a nice video, but it's still hard, you know. It weighs
Exactly.
heavy on you.
Latricia, we gotta take you off of mute. Let me see. Latricia, can you unmute yourself? She can't hear me. No, she can't hear me. Tamika.
Hey, it just puts you. I mean, it was a beautiful video. It just brings you back, you know, to that little mental space of it all happening, and you know, it just makes you think about, you know, the saying that everybody say, you know, all the good ones die young.
Exactly. Exactly. Um, Tamika, if you can speak to all the family and friends that has to be strong and be there for mom and for dad, you know, because it's a lot of men that is out there doing what they supposed to do and lost their sons. You know, if you could speak for the family and friends though, like how is it to where you can, you know, still be there for the mom and dad without, because some people say, I don't know what to say. Or I don't really want to, you know, come around because I just don't know what to say. I may say the wrong thing. What do you say to those people?
Well, um, you know, I'm gonna say, you know, we like I said, we're really close. We're a really close family, and you know, life is so short, and you know, we have our little chitter chatters when it comes to going back and forth with, you know, maybe argue here and there, but at the end of the day, I've moved forward saying that it's not worth it to argue no more, to be mad at nobody, you know, and just just don't. Nothing is worth being mad over. You know, just we got to learn how to forgive each other and move forward. Say what you got to say and move on. You got to be there for each other. I ain't gonna. I don't forget the actual question that you asked, but that was really on my mind. That life is so short, and we gotta stop holding on to grudges and just love on each other.
You said what God wanted you to say.
Amen.
You said what He wanted you to say. So I don't even know what I asked you to say.
I know.
I don't know. I can't remember.
That was just in my head. Like nothing is worth being mad over.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I can tell that again that you all are a very tight knit family. We don't know what y'all done been through, what y'all not been through, but we do know since Auntie done brought it up. We know that when things happen, when tragedies happen in a Black community, or even other communities too, I just don't know about them. I just know what goes on with my folks and my peoples. You know what I'm saying? Things get a little sketchy, when people die in our community, families start falling out, all that stuff, But this is the time that we need to stick together. This is the time where we need to be there for one another, because you just never know what a person is going through. You never know what Latasha's going through, but baby, at the same time, you don't know what Miss Dolores going through either, because she's the foundation. So I want to encourage not just Latasha's family, but any family out there. Let's try to make a change when it comes to these funerals and stuff. Because I know sometimes you can be in the funeral, family and all, and everybody be crying, but then somebody gonna whisper to somebody and say, did you see such and such up there acting crazy and doing this and doing that? That ain't the time for all that. It's not. As a family and friends, we need to be together and stick together, especially when it's still an open case and ain't nobody been charged yet. That weighs in on the mama. That weighs in on the daddy. The kids that I done brought into this earth, and you mean to tell me y'all ain't found nobody? That got to be hard. But if we all learn to stick together, work together, get these people up off the streets, somebody knows something. I don't care what nobody say. And Latasha, I'm sure you can agree with me. Somebody knows something on what happened. And
I believe so.
Exactly. And if you know anything at all, I'm looking for my banner that say if you know something, say something. But I got so many banners up here. But if you know something, please say something. Please say something, because whoever did this is devils. Devil's cousins, devil's aunties, uncles, devil's grandparents. They something that ain't right. And if they did it to these kids, they'll do it to anybody. They'll do it to anybody. Now, Latasha, I want to make this clear before we get off of here tonight. When you had that dream, you said that it was your son and Lil Earl.
Right.
Your son wasn't the only person that got shot that night.
He well, his friend got grazed in the shoulder, but he was the only one that got shot.
Okay,
Yeah.
but the friend got grazed. Was that Lil Earl?
No, Lil Earl was when I ran outside, he was on my mom's porch. He was the one who was getting up off the porch. He's actually my sister Tamika's son.
Tamika's son. Your son,
Yeah.
Tamika?
Yes.
Okay. So, but he was not harmed or injured
No.
in any way, but it was it was Zakar's friend that got grazed.
Right.
Okay. I'm finna ask one more hard question, Latasha.
Okay.
Because you're not the only person that came on to Peachy Tea Tyme and either had a dream or had a vision. You know. Girl, are you scared to go to sleep at night?
You know,
y'all can laugh if y'all want to laugh, but I ask those questions that people probably want to know. Like, is you scared to go sleep every night?
You know what? It's funny you say that because sometimes when I have my dreams, I may call my sisters, Kiki especially, and she'll be like, "Oh no, what dream? What did you have this time?"
She said, "What you had this time?"
Right. Okay. I
No,
have
I
to brace myself. I have to brace myself.
Like, hold on before you
Right.
tell me anything.
But
no,
you know what? When my son was when he was in the hospital and going through that, and he came to me in a dream, and he told me, "Mom, he was like, Mom, I'm ready. Like I'm ready. Like basically telling me to let him go, and that's what I had to do. That's what I had to do. I had to let him go. He said,
And
"Mom, I'm okay." He was like, "Let me go."
And Latasha, I want to make this clear. Just because she said she had this dream and she had to let him go, that don't mean she got to stop fighting. She gonna continue to fight, right?
Right.
She gonna continue to fight, but I don't want to put words in your mouth. So for everybody that's out there that's watching, what do I had to let go mean for you? What does it mean for you?
For me, I mean, when I had that dream, when he came to me, it's like he was in a hospital and the doctors was doing this and that to him, and it's when I started touching his hand, his body just felt cold. It wasn't warm anymore, and it was basically the machines keeping him, breathing for him. And so, although we wanted him to live on, but the doctor was just talking about doing so much more to him. They wanted to amputate his other leg, and it just got to the point where he wasn't there anymore. And when he came, I didn't know what to do. And so that night I had a dream, and he said, "Mom, let me go." And that's what I had to do.
Wow. And I know that was one of the hardest things. So when you say that he was on life support and you had to pull the plug, that's what that means?
Yeah. Yes, me and my entire family was up in the room. And when they unplugged him, and he left instantly. It was basically the machines keeping him.
Okay. I think that I'm gonna ask another one of them hard ass questions. I think a lot of families or families and people that are listening in on the outside listening in, when we hear that a family member had the decision to pull the plug, do you sometimes wonder, what if I didn't pull the plug? Or, hold on before you answer that, or by you making the decision to pull the plug and seeing how he transitioned so quickly and you knew that the machines was keeping him on, is that what helps you in your mind that says, okay, this is what I was supposed to do?
Yeah, when after they unplugged him and he instantly, it was like instantly I knew that I knew that it was time, and I knew that his dream, that's what he wanted me to do.
Exactly. Well, Latasha, like I told you, I'm here for you before the show, during the show, and after the show. So this won't be the last time that you hear from me or anything like that. If you just need a listening ear, sometimes is I don't know if I should say easier or better. I don't know which either one. But to speak to somebody that you don't even know. You see what I'm saying? So always remember that I'm here whenever you need somebody to talk to. I see that it's going on the screen. If you know something, say something. Help this family. Because at the end of the day, none of us, please listen to me when I say this, none of us know when this going to step on our doorstep. So I encourage everybody, each and everybody, please, 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 to pray for this family. Pray for your family. Pray for your kids. Keep them lifted in prayer. Because you just never know when this could be us. And I'm just being honest. Because that's what we do over here on Peachy Tea Tyme. So, with that being said, Latasha, is there anything that you want to say before we leave this show tonight? Because we at the end now, baby. Anything. I don't give a damn what it is. If you just want to say goodbye, y'all, anything that you want to say as Zakar mother.
I just want to really thank you for bringing awareness to this gun violence situation that's going on everywhere. Thank you so much for doing this. And thank you to my family, my friends. I mean, honestly, if it wasn't for y'all, when he passed, y'all was at my house every day, making sure I wasn't alone or nothing. I think y'all was on watch, took times being on watch or something. I think y'all had a group that y'all was like, okay, who gonna be over there today? Y'all was just there for me. And I just really appreciate y'all and love y'all for just always being there for me when I have my days. Kiki, you always calling me, checking on me. I just love all y'all for that. Everybody, thank y'all so much.
We love you.
That speaks volumes. That speaks volumes, Latasha. It really do. Shaquilla, you strong, baby. You strong. You is strong. I can see it. Seriously, I can see it. Like you are the one. I'm praying for you. I'm praying for your strength to continue to be strong.
Yeah.
Tomika, I know you over there strong too, girl. I know you over there strong. So I'm gonna continue to pray for you and your family just as well. Latrusha, I'm praying for you, girl. I got you. I'm praying for you. And hubby and sister over there, I got y'all in my prayers. I really do. I really do. And Javante. Especially, hold on, before you, Javante. Ms. Deloise. I know the system just wasn't working for Ms. Deloise today. But Ms. Deloise, you was able to say what you had to say. One thing for sure, two things for certain. When God wants you to say something, it will be said. I don't care what complications is going on, whether it's on Peachy Tea Tyme, whether it's at somebody's funeral, whatever. If God wants you to say something, you will say it. And Ms. Dolores, you was definitely able to say a mouthful tonight. And I thank you, because you're the foundation. Javante.
Yes.
Let me bring everybody down. Latasha, I'm going to bring you back up. I promise you I am. Javante, I want to talk to you. Um, I had a co-host. What's up, Jason? He ain't here tonight. You know, he had to take a hiatus or whatever you want to call it, however you want to say it. You know, he going through some things and, you know, trying to get things back together. And then he'll be back. And, you know, he usually talks to the men and everything. But I want to say to you, Javante, is this. So I knew my dog. I knew before the end of the night we was doing very well. I got a dog and I got a bird for my kids. And either the bird be going crazy or the dog be going crazy. But our peoples just walk through the door, so that's why the dog barking. But Javante, I want to say this to you. I know this was hard for you when it occurred. I know it was hard for you afterwards. And being here on Peachy Tea Tyme, I know this was hard for you. But when I tell you, they are so proud of you. So proud of you. Keep their name alive. Keep doing what you can.
Yeah.
To keep their name alive. I promise you, if I don't tell you, if you don't remember nothing else from this show, I promise you, talking about it helps. These was your folks, especially Zakar. Been there since day one, sound like.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, day one. Whatever you do, continue to rep his name.
I sure will. Thank you.
Continue. If you need to talk to somebody, if you don't want to go through no therapist and all that, you know, hey, that's your choice. If you don't want to, hit me up. I can connect you with people that you can talk to.
Okay.
And I promise you they'll be good folks for you. Okay?
I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you.
You are so welcome. So welcome. Now, I'm finna bring you down, Javante. I sure appreciate you coming, trusting me with your people's story. Okay?
Yeah.
So I'm finna pull you down, but I'm finna bring Latasha up one more time because I gotta ask Latasha one question. One question, Latasha. At the end of the show, I always play the tribute video one more again. Is it okay with you if we play the tribute video one more time? If you don't want to, baby, all you gotta do is say it, and we'll just go ahead and end the broadcast tonight. So, is it okay if we play that video one more time?
That's fine. Yes.
All right. Well, family and friends that's on the platform, if you can just stick around just until I end the broadcast, just so I can say one more thing to you before we end the show. Okay? Well, after we end the show, I just want to say one more thing to y'all. Latasha, again, thank you. Thank you for trusting me with your baby's story. Anytime you want to come back on, please feel free to come back on. Okay? Now, Latasha, I'm finna bring you down. And there is a comment that just keeps sticking out to me. And I gotta address it. So I'm gonna bring it down, Latasha. And then it's just me. Let me bring up this comment. There it is right there. This shit just made me mad as fuck. Let me say one thing. If you come on Peachy Tea Tyme anytime and watch Peachy Tea Tyme, everything I play is gonna make you mad as fuck. Okay? Because over here ain't nothing but the real. Nothing but the real. If I could teach everybody in the world how to do Peachy Tea Tyme, and then you just name it whatever you want to name it, but I can teach you and show you how to do the editing, everything. You know, come back when we got some news broadcasts. And you see how these news broadcasts get played. Right in front of the family members. Like, some of these families see themselves crying on a news broadcast. Screaming, hollering, all that. So, come back then just as well. And if I could teach everybody in the world how to do what I do, baby, I promise you, some of these folks would be off the streets. We wouldn't have to be scared. Because if you see life the way I see life now, since I've been doing Peachy Tea Tyme, baby, hold on. Let me move this out the way for a little bit. Let me get this camera on me. Baby, I tell on every last one of y'all. Every last one of y'all that's out there doing wrong, if the police would come to me and be like, everything you tell us, we believe you. Because I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm gonna get your ass up off the streets. Okay? Because we don't want to go to Walmart no more and be scared to walk into Walmart. We don't want to take our kids to the park and be scared what's going to happen at the park. Damn it. We don't want to send our kids to school and be scared they may not return home from school. So, yeah, I tell on your ass. Don't. Now, I got a husband, so you won't be pillow talking with me. But if something just happened to happen and we ain't together no more and you decide you want to pillow talk with me, baby, I'm telling. Okay? And that's how I want y'all to feel just as well. Tell. Help a family. Get closure. Baby, this story happened in 2018. Closure should have been happening. Somebody should be locked up right about now for what they have done to Latasha's son. So, with that being said, we are about to end the show. I see some more comments. I'm going to put up the comments. But let's go ahead. Thank you all so much for joining. I hope you subscribe. Please subscribe. Please follow. Hit that like button. Because the more that y'all do that, the more people going to watch. The more families going to say, oh, let me go on her show and tell my loved one's story. And the more stories that we will hear in our community. All right? So here we go. Let's get into this tribute video. There you go right there. I love you guys. Bye.
You can hear me? Okay, Zakar. I love you. You fight. You doing good. We need you to pull through. Okay, baby. Your mama here. Everybody here pulling for you. We waiting on you to get much better, Zakar. Okay, baby.
We had our memories. We had our time together. It's hard that I can't see you now. See you face to face. But I know you in the sky looking down. But it's still hard to take. That you're not here physically. Yeah, it gets emotional sometimes. Yeah, it gets hard because you're not here and you're gone away. Up in the sky somewhere. I hope we meet again. I hope I see my love again. Yeah, it gets so difficult to know you're not here. And oftentimes I cry to sleep in tears. But I hope I'll be up there one day. One day. To see your face again. I know you're in a better place. I know you're at peace. Can't lie that I feel alone because you're not here. Yeah, it gets emotional sometimes. Yeah, it gets hard because you're not here and you're gone away. Up in the sky somewhere. I hope we meet again. I hope I see my love again. Yeah, it gets so difficult to know you're not here. And oftentimes I cry to sleep in tears, but I hope I'll be up there one day. One day to see your face again. I know you up there, up there. I miss you down here. I wish I had one more chance to see your face and hold you and never let you go. I love you forever. You're always in my heart, and I can't let go of the memories we had until I see your face again. I see your face again.